Hello, everybody. This is Nick Tiro, Professor of Information Technologies and Computer Science at Lakeland Community College. All right, this is going to be a fairly quick video about um, analyzing executable files. First of all, in the project for this course, you will not come across any executable files. But this is a great opportunity to talk about procedures, policies, and practices that are going to protect you and your given environment. There is a video on our website about what's called an air gap. And actually, everything I've been doing, all the demos I've been doing, they're going to be done on an isolated machine. They're going to be air gapped because we may not know, we definitely don't know what could be on that electronic devices. Some of these hackers and stuff like that are very, very sophisticated that if you were to open up a program or open up a document, it could potentially destroy the information on there. So we're very cautious with forensics, especially when we're dealing with any kind of law enforcement or stuff like that, or illegal activities where the individual is intelligent and doesn't want you to see that stuff. So I'm going to use this video kind of as a do's and don'ts video. We're really not going to investigate, deep analyze the exe files, but it is imperative that we understand all of our investigation is going to be done on a computer that's standalone. We used to call them standalone. Now we call them air gapped, meaning it's not touching anything else because there could be really bad stuff out there and we don't want to spread it. So if we come across something bad, it's isolated to that given machine. We need to test when we do exe files, we need to test those exe files that we've discovered, right? So let's go up to my machine. And on this particular drive, now you will not see these on your USB drives. Let's just make that perfectly clear. This is just one of my demonstrations. I put 3 exe files out there and I know they're clean. I know they don't have any viruses on them. So I'm not running from an air gapped computer or anything like that. So anyways, what I'm going to need to do is I need to launch those. At a minimum, I need to see what they do. So let me go to the first one and give it a second. We would gather all this pertinent information, put it inside our documentation. I have it here, right? So here is my existing documentation, all right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract all that stuff, right? I'm going to extract at the higher level. I'm going to say extract files. And I'm going to put it into the export subdirectory of this case. Give it a second. All right, now let me go into the case, or let me go into that folder. All right, there's those applications. Let's see what this application does. So we run it. Actually, it popped up on my other, but it appears to be the calculator, right? It appears to be a calculator app. I would run through it, etc. And I would do that with the other apps. So let's document it. This particular program, executes a basic calculator, right? Program available upon request, right? And fundamentally for us, not that you'd be doing this, that's all I'm going to document at this time. If it was a virus or it was a worm and I'm on a standalone computer, a self-gap computer, I don't have to worry about it, but I'm going to document that. So I'm working over here and my form is over here and say, okay, this particular malware does this. Now, again, we would then offshoot that to an expert. Say, okay, here is, again, using air gap and proper protocols and proper procedures, here is this particular virus. And they would go in there and they would analyze it, maybe report it to antivirus organizations and things like that. So like I said, this was a very quick video. You're not going to be doing any documentation on an executable file, but I want you to think about all the necessary steps that you would have to do. You're going to have to eventually launch that application. You would not do it on a live machine. You're going to do that on a standalone / air gap machine. You want to be extra cautious. Yes, in our reports that we would do, we've taken care of all the pertinent information, but I just wanted to use this video to really kind of explain. Now, in all the other videos, yeah, we would still work on those documents on a standalone machine or an air-gapped machine because we don't want to risk any of this stuff leaking out. That being said, let's go and learn something.